Our industry has gone through a major growth. We are expanding to make films that better reflect the people that buy movie tickets, but they are not allowed enough chances to read public discourse on these films by the people that these films were made for. I do not need a 40-year-old white dude to tell me what didn't work for him about A Wrinkle in Time. It wasn't made for him. I want to know what that film meant to women of color, to biracial women, to teen women of color, to teens that are biracial. And for the third time, I don't hate white dudes. These are just facts. These are not my feelings, and I'm really sorry, Lindsay. Please don't kill me. As some of you know, I immediately jumped onto Frances's brilliant words, inclusion writer, and this was way before she had bumper stickers for her iPad, because I know that this means that my work will be shown, digested, discussed by a variety of people, not just a singular perspective. I want to know what my work means to the world, not a narrow view. Thanks, Mom.
Well, isn't she just a lovely ray of sunshine? Doesn't that just make you want to go and see her movies so much more now? Alright, enough of that. What's up, everyone? It is Anna, also known as That Star Wars Girl, and today I am going to be talking about, you guessed it, Brie Larson and Captain Marvel once again. Now, the reviews are out. I'm going to be doing videos that are going to come out a little bit later on that, but first, I wanted to cover this because it is going to tie into the reviews that I do, or the videos on the reviews that I do later. Now, in this little clip, Brie Larson is making her statement, and she's also attempting at damage control based on the things that she said. And from that, we can see A Wrinkle in Time, a movie that flopped epically. I knew it was going to flop when I saw the first trailer, but apparently they had faith in it. This movie apparently was not made for everyone, and Brie Larson shows once again that she is not only racist against her own race, but she is also extremely sexist. Her trying to come out and say, oh, this movie isn't for you, this is for different people, I don't care what you think. Well, Brie Larson, that is where you make one of your biggest mistakes. You want to talk about the film industry? Well, guess what? They will tell you that this is a form of art. Now, as a person who has a degree in art, yes, I went to college and I have a degree in concept art. So, after studying art, I understand it very, very well, being a person who went to college for it. Brie Larson, let me explain to you something about art. Art is for everyone. Anyone can enjoy art. Art is not supposed to be, exclusive. It is supposed to be inclusive. It is for everyone, and everyone perceives art differently. When you go to an art museum and you look at one of Claude Monet's paintings, you are going to have a completely different feeling about it than I am. And Monet, who is what I'm talking about now, who I mentioned, is one of my favorite painters. You go and look at his style, you're going to have a completely different feeling than someone else, because that is the beauty of art. Everyone perceives art differently. That is why you can go to an art museum, you can go to the Getty in LA. It is free, Brie Larson. Since you're so concerned about, keeping your $5 million to yourself, you don't want to pay or help all those little girls to go see your movie, to go buy movie tickets for your movie, instead of renting out theaters in all these cities for them. No, you want to keep that $5 million to yourself. So the Getty is free. The Getty does have, Monet's paintings there. You can go look at Monet's paintings and see for yourself. And you are 100% going to see those paintings differently than I am. But guess what? When you go to that art museum, you're going to see people from all around the world. You're going to see people from every, different ethnic background, every different religion, every... there's only, it's men and women, so you're going to see men and women there. It's not going to just be women going to go look at these paintings. And it's a beautiful thing. That is why I love art so much. I I was in my art classes. There's people there from different backgrounds. You want to talk about how you don't want to be surrounded by people that look like you. Well, guess what? That's the beauty about art, is because art is for everyone. Everyone can enjoy art, and everyone has their own different takes on art. That is why it's beautiful. And it changes the world. You can go all the way back to prehistoric times when there was cavemen. They didn't have electricity. They didn't have plumbing. They didn't even know probably where they were going to get their next meal from or how they were going to survive the winter. But guess what? They had this longing inside them to express themselves. They fucking painted on cave walls. They didn't have a Blick or a Michaels or, an art supply store to go get paints from. No, they made it. They needed to express themselves. They went and painted buffalo on the walls. They painted bears. They painted mammoths. You can go look at all of the art, and a lot of them are in the caves in France and in Russia. You can go see that. I'm pretty sure this caveman wasn't painting on the wall saying, "Oh, I really hope that caveman with blonde hair doesn't come and look at my cave painting. Oh, I really hope, that other different caveman, with the other type of, pelt on them doesn't come and look at my cave paintings, because this isn't for you. You're not going to understand this. You don't understand that, we all see mammoths. All of us. They might be different based on where you are, but guess what? This isn't for you. This is for me and my mammoth, or my caveman clan, and if you don't understand it and don't like it, that's because it's not for you. Not, everyone in the world can look at this mammoth and see a mammoth and understand what it means, but no! Sorry, I had to take you guys out of breath from that one. All the way back to prehistoric times to explain that. Guess what? It doesn't matter what freaking type of cave person they would have been. Every single cave person back during prehistoric times is going to look at a picture of a mammoth and see a mammoth. Anyone can look at a wrinkle in time and see a child, see a man, see a woman, and understand that those are people trying to tell a story. And guess what? They didn't do it well, which is why the movie flopped. You can go look at Captain freaking Marvel and look at all the reviews that are coming out, Brie Larson. Nobody liked your movie. No one. And the people that do like it, guess what? There's the cat! The cat is in this movie. Wow, what a great movie. There's a cat in it. So Brie Larson, you going around saying, "Oh, I don't need a 40-year-old white man's take on this movie." Well, guess what? A majority of people have children. That is common. It's a way for us to, live on. We live on through our children. So I'm assuming that these 40-year-old men that you are hating on, well, I'm assuming a majority of them have children that want to watch a movie about a little girl going on a mission to find her father, because a majority of children love their parents. Sometimes there are unfortunate incidents where that is not true, but a majority of people, I'm assuming, have children and they love their children and their children love them. Which is why I find it so offensive that you are saying, "Oh, because, you're a 40-year-old white man, guess what? You're not welcome at my movie." Well, look at the movie. Chris Pine is white and he's married to a black woman. He is the little girl's father and he is a white man. So you don't want Chris Pine seeing the movie. What? I'm pretty sure there's plenty of white men that are married to black women or interracial women, and they have mixed children. That is insanely common. Look at David Bowie. So you're saying, if David Bowie was still alive, he's not welcome at your movie, even though his wife is from Africa? He's done, so much for Africa, trying to raise money. Look at Live Aid. Look at his music video, Let's Dance, that won awards. You're saying that a man like David Bowie can't go, even if he was alive, he's not welcome. You don't want David Bowie's opinion, even though he is much more invested in that than you are. You are a white woman, a privileged white woman. You have been paid more than any other one of the Avengers with your $5 million. You don't want white men going and seeing your movie. Well, guess what? This movie, Brie Larson, wasn't made just for people like that. This movie was made to tell a story. That is the point of movies. That is the point of art in the movie form. It is to tell a story. If your goal is to exclude people, you are going to fail. And you would know that if you spent any time trying to understand the industry that you work in. That is why, your movie is not going to succeed, because you straight up said this movie is not for you. Well, Brie Larson, let me give you a little bit more of a truth bomb for you. You want to go out into the world and ask people, "Hey, do you know who Captain Marvel is?" Before Marvel obviously Marvel owned this, but before Marvel announced that they were going to do a Captain Marvel movie, before any of that, You want to go ask a little kid, hey, who's your favorite superhero? I 100% guarantee there is not one child that is going to say Captain Marvel. They're probably going to say the top 3. Batman, Superman, Spider-Man. Those are the top 3. The top 3 superheroes in the world. That, you know, if you go to anywhere in the world and you showed them the symbol, they are going to know who it is. Yes, Wonder Woman can be an exception. There's a majority of people that do know about Wonder Woman. But when I was a kid, it was Batman, Superman, Spider-Man. And you know, I'm not the biggest Spider-Man fan. I like Peter Parker, but I like the idea of Batman more. I like the darker side of things. Peter Parker, when his uncle died and he had to, rise to the occasion, that's when I respected him. That's when I was like, wow, you go, Peter Parker. But I like the more grown-up version. I like Batman. I like the darkness behind Batman. I like it in Superman too because, of his counterpart Lex Luthor. I like that. Spider-Man, I liked it, but it was never my favorite. Then when we finally got a Wonder Woman movie, look at how great it was. And guess what? Oh yeah, Chris Pine is in that movie too. And Chris Pine is a great actor. Do I see Brie Larson going around talking about that? Talking about how there was this white man in this movie who was married to a black woman, they had an interracial child together? No! But because apparently she doesn't want to push that agenda. She doesn't want to acknowledge that men like that exist. That just because a man is white doesn't mean he can't be attracted to a woman of color. That he can't have kids with a woman of color. You can see that girl's little mission, that little girl's mission in that movie was to save her father because she loved him. I'm pretty sure she doesn't care what color her father's skin is. This is why I don't understand Brie Larson and you going around saying, oh, you don't think you did anything wrong. You think that excluding an entire race of people is okay. We have been trying to fight this type of stuff. You want to talk about how you're SJW nonsense. Well, that's the stuff that you're supposed to be fighting. You're not supposed to be excluding people. You're supposed to be making this better, making it so everyone can enjoy it. Don't exclude an entire race of people because you don't know every single person in that race of people. There are bad people throughout this world, and guess what? They came in all shapes, sizes, genders, and colors. It doesn't matter. There are also good people, and I'm pretty sure that little girl in A Wrinkle in Time didn't care what color her father's skin is. And then you can look at your own movie, Captain Marvel. Okay, the only thing that was compelling me to see this movie before I saw any of her marketing was 2 people. And guess what? That wasn't you, Brie Larson. It was Samuel L. Jackson and Jude Law, because I love both of those actors. I love Quentin Tarantino movies. I think that the writing is phenomenal. I love the conversations in that. And when Samuel L. Jackson says, look at my wallet, what does it say? I'm a badass motherfucker. That scene, holy freaking shit. Samuel L. Jackson, that's where he got his start, and look where he is today because of that movie. Guess what? That is a great movie. I respect Samuel L. Jackson, and I do not want to see you go and belittle him on the big screen. And then there's Jude Law. Now, I have loved Jude Law as an actor. I think he is a great actor. When I watched that movie with Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman, I never pronounce it right. I think it's Gattaca. I never pronounce it right. I always get it mixed up with that video game I used to play when I was a kid. But that movie, the dynamic between him and Ethan Hawke and his turmoil, that said it for me. I had seen Ethan Hawke before, but that was the first movie I had seen with Jude Law, and I was like, wow, this guy is good. This is a good actor. This is a very talented man. Do you see Jude Law anywhere? No. I had to dig to find pictures of him in the red carpet because it's all you. It's all you, Brie Larson, and you. And you're going to go stand with all these kids wearing Captain Marvel outfits. And they had never heard of it. They just got lucky. And so they're there at the premiere and they are wearing your merchandise, which, by the way, isn't selling in stores. I have had people from all over the world show and send me pictures of your merchandise that radio stations and TV stations are giving away for free for prizes because they can't sell it in stores. Heck, at the theater down the street from my house, the Cat t-shirt sold out before the movie even came out. Your t-shirt, the movie is not out, is on sale for $3 freaking. What does that say about you, Brie Larson? What does that say? Nobody wants to see your movie because you are alienating your audience. You want to say that white men are not welcome at your movie because this is not for them? Well, guess what? You can go look at channels like Neurotic. Gary owned a freaking comic book store. He can tell you, and he does in his videos, just how badly your comic sells. You can go look at Jeff from World Class Bullshitters, a guy who loves comic books so much that he got inspired to create his own one. He can tell you, nobody likes your comic. You can go look at Eric from Young Rippa 59. Nobody likes your comic. He goes through and does breakdowns of all the comics. Nobody likes yours. Your comic is a piece of shit. You can go look at Ethan, a man who worked in the comic book industry for 26 years as a professional comic book artist. Nobody likes your comic, Brie Larson, and you weren't even the original Captain Marvel. It was Miss Marvel, and Captain Marvel, the first one, was a freaking man. And then there was Monica Rambeau, a black woman. And then it's you, and your issue has been, won't sell. They had to cancel it, then they had to revamp it. They had to cancel it, then they had to revamp it. Because you are not a popular character. Nobody likes it when SJWs push their agenda. So you want to go saying, this movie's not for you. It's not for you white men. Well, guess what? That is a majority of your audience. And if you are not going to acknowledge that, then that is just letting your own ignorance, punch you in the freaking face. And it's gonna bite you in the ass real hard, Brie Larson, when this movie is released to the general public, and you're gonna see how bad it flops. And with the critics already not giving you praising scores, with the critics going around saying how bad your movie is and calling it out, you are in some real trouble. You alienated your audience. If you would have just kept your fucking mouth shut, this wouldn't have happened. People would have gone and seen it because it had the Marvel's name. But you decided to go with the Disney version, the Star Wars version, and, start pushing your SJW politics, which do not belong in these movies. And you are going to pay for it. You have dug your own grave. It is going to bite you in the ass, and you are going to have to suffer while all of your hypocrisy just gets buried on top of you, and you are going to suffer for your actions. It's a cause and effect. And you caused this, now you have to suffer the effects of it. So everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, that's okay too. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you click that little bell. That way you get notifications when I do other videos and when I do live streams, because people tend to like those. I am going to have more videos coming out after I've read all of these reviews. And so you're going to see a lot more of me calling out Brie Larson. So with that being said, everyone, have a great rest of your day, and may the force be with you, because we are really, really, really going to need it. Bye. Hey everyone, after being asked for months now, I finally got a P.O. box, so if you want to send me some mail, go ahead and send it to Anna, that Star Wars girl, or TSWG for short, at P.O. Box number 28171, Santa Ana, California, 927998171. Thank you, have a great day, guys.